right, let's get everything set up here. I think I got it where I want it, pretty much. Okay, I'm RG at RG Studios, and we're live here. This is Funraiser Day. Today, I like to try to see if I can get people to support my Patreon, raise some Patreon supporters. That's what we do, and give away stuff. We're going to give away things here at the studios. I got plenty of stuff hanging around me. We'll get to them, of course. There's no big hurry, no big rush. This is a moment where I take time to do some fundraising. Been trying to do this all day. Been having troubles with the what you call technical problems. Yes, back in the old days, we're having technical difficulties. That's what happened. Yes, I'm RG, and I'm trying to just have some fun here at the studios. Talk about cinema. Um, Talk about creative stuff. Uh, uh, Raise Patreon support for RG Studios. If you don't know what Patreon is, you Google Patreon. It is a website for creatives and people who do things, and for it's like I can't put it for people who create things, not just films, music. You may be an inventor. Who knows? I am a filmmaker. I don't make movies to cash in on dollars at the box office. I wish I could. It would be great to get that one. I'm telling you. I am a filmmaker, director, filmmaker. I like to go. I would like for you to go to Patreon. Go to my Patreon account. It's in there. You on the search engine, you put in RG Studios, it'll take you right there, and you'll see pictures of me like this one in back here, and a lot of my comic stuff, and not to mention web series stuff like the Hardline, the Omega Man, and I got lots of other stuff on there that you can see. If you don't look at the YouTube that much, there's other things on there. Donate $1 or $2 via Patreon. Put some money in there. Support the creativities, the artists. Yes. Now, if you want to get something for free at RG Studios, the first one that goes there and they let me know they are now a Patreon of RG Studios, donating $5, $10, $20. I will give you this right here. This is CGI Doom Patrol. Let me take my glasses off because I can't see it. It's dark in here. Doom Patrol, number 113. 8.5. On the Richter scale of money, that sucker is worth $1,200. Now, I'm not saying somebody will pay you that right away, but I'm talking about the value of a pristine slab. These here, lots of collectors kill for these types of comics and slabs. I don't kill for them, but they become my Rembrandt. If you look around my wall over here, you'll see about 2 or 3 of them right in a row. My whole studio's decked out in slabs. I love them. They're my Rembrandts, and they're my, what's the other guy's name? Rembrandt, and the other artist's name. I can't think of it'll come to me in a minute. But anyway, Doom Patrol. If you like comics, rare books and collectibles, you want to get something for very little or something that's worth your money and time, go to my Patreon account. Become a donor. Donate $5, $10 a month, and give me your address, and I will send you this in the mail. Priority. No question about it. You can get this at church. And you let me know. I want that Doom Patrol. That CGI 8.5 on the Richter scale. That's what it is. That's graded at 8.5. Doom Patrol 113. Become a Patreon. And that can belong to you today. Today. I will send it to you. Give me your address. I will send it to you. Okay, now I got a whole lot of stuff missing up here that I want to just blow into this fundraiser day. I'm having fun with this. Yes, I am. Oh, I mentioned the giveaway stuff. That's what we're talking about, technically. We got a lot of other things I'm giving away too, which we'll get to. So, we're promoting the internet art film, The Garden of Heathens. Now, for some of you that don't know, I've been working on that film for almost a year and a half. I had begun the script before I had actually started a production on The Murderer. But I had put it aside in order to finish The Murderer. It was something special to me, The Murderer, because I was shooting Super 8. And I had shot Super 8 in over 25 years. And so I had somehow gotten to this conversation with another creative about a Super 8 film. Like this camera behind me is a Super 8. It's a product of my past. But I had another camera that had reminded me something close to what I actually used back in the days of late 1970s, which that looks like that there, and mid 1980s. It was called, I think it was China, was the name of the brand. And this one was actually that I used was Bolex, but they had the same shape, camera, and the lenses looked about alike. But at that time, Super 8s were going out of style, and everything on the market was replicating one another, and it was just everything was. And I don't want to use this word, but they were interbreeding, and you almost like look at one camera, and they all started looking alike, you know. But anyway, I had that moment where I said, you know, I want to get back into uh, film productions with celluloid because it was the art of it. If anybody knows anything about real film, and we call movies today film, but really it's digital. There's no film there. You know, everything is digital, and that's good. I'm not complaining because I would have been able to make as many as I made in the last 10 years. It was for the fact that digital had blown up after the sequels of the Star Wars stuff from George Lucas. After the late 1990s, digital started blowing up really, really well, and the other smaller film, semi pro stuff started to fade out. So I got back into that production of making film productions from Super 8. So I started scripting it. But along that time, I had already made up my mind I was going to shoot Garden of Heathens, which is what I was trying to get to from the beginning. Talk about. And this is the poster of the Garden of Heathens. And I got also, we're promoting that this month, all month long, we're promoting the Garden of Heathens because we got a actual fundraiser with the people out in the crowd, so forth, like a Comic Con. We call it fundraiser, RG Studio Promo Con fundraiser. We're going to do that next week. This is, let me put that down right there. This is the movie that's being released, The Garden of Heathens, Shape of Events to Come. This is the third and final part of this trilogy. I didn't intend to make a trilogy when I began this, the first one over 10 years ago. See how those pictures look? And you can see those. I didn't want to make a trilogy when I first started out, but I made that second one, and it was trying to tell the backstory of what the first one had in the narrative spoke of. And so we made the second one. And it was good, but it left more questions than the first one did. And with the two being what they are already, it was open for speculation, complete speculation. So something said, you know what, I might do a third one. And I said, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. Make a third one. And that's where like we come out with the Garden of Heathens, Shape of Events to Come. The third one is a good script. I brought back Eric Young for his final role as General Campbell. He has some good speaking parts. His character arc is complete in this production. There are some other things that we were going to shoot. I had to, as the production came to a close, I had to make some production decisions. But I believe you're going to like what has happened with each character, including General Campbell. He's very intricate in this storyline. Without General Campbell represents the military-industrial complex at its finest, and he's trying to grapple with the concept of the alien presence. Now, the military doesn't call it flying saucers like we do in the public. They call it the flying disc problem. Everything is uh, structured under a military concept. So the military, when they talk to one another, they know what they are talking about. Other people won't have a clue if they were standing earshot of what they were saying. But that's what was fun about this script of the Garden of Heathens is rounding out these two characters and the other affiliated characters that are in this film and gets it to a state of resolvement. You know, I know everybody wants answers. They got lots of questions. They want answers. I don't disappoint. I also will give you the review of the Garden of Heathens on this day for the fundraiser day of RG Studios. If you haven't joined my Patreon account, please go to Patreon, log it in, go to their web search engine, type in RG Studios, become a Patreon. I will give away things today. If you become a Patreon, you can receive something you will get nowhere else. And you will hear about it nowhere else but here. Today, we'll be giving away also this CGI 9.0 on the Richter scale grade. Boy, that's worth about $2,000 right there. This here is Conan, number 45. It's in a very slim but petite and very firm slab. Beautiful slab. I'm going to take this out of this bag here so you can see this beautiful slab. You become a Patreon today and you give me your name and an address to send this to you, I will send it to you priority, happily. Become a Patreon, $5, $10, $20, and you can have this right here coming to you instantly. Yes. Conan, if you're a Conan fan, you're a Conan collector, this is a must. I have one already of this exact one like this, another one, because I bought 3 of them, kept one for me, and I also got a Conan up there. What number is that? Number 4 in a slab. 9.4 on the Richter scale. Yes, but you, any of you out there can have this today. Go to my Patreon account. Log in. RG Studios on the Patreon website. Become a patron. Donate $5, $10, $20 a month, and I will send you this after you send me an address and a name. It will come to you. I promise you. No questions about it. I love comic books. Comic books is a part of an art thing with me. I love it. And that's just one of those things where you have to enjoy art. It's part of my visualizations when I get into making movies. I started with comic books. I guess you can call it a storyboard concept, and then it had grown and transmuted into filmmaking. Now, you can also donate on my YouTube site. You can go to my YouTube site here, and there's a button at the top of the screen, a little button you can push, and you can donate a one-time offer to RG Studios. If you do a one-time offer, I can give you, if you like, something like what they call that, what do we call this here? Oh, virtual reality. If you like virtual reality headsets like the Oculus Plus or whatever they call that, I've seen one. They're real great. This is an idea that I'm holding my hand. I'm telling you that one. But these are the handheld versions. They're smart. You put your smartphone in it. Maybe your kids will like them. I will send you one of these right here. If you donate a one-time offer on my YouTube channel right here, send me your name, your address, and I'll send this to you. You can give it to your kids. It's a virtual reality 3D headset. You know them days when they came out with the ViewMasters way back in the day. If you're over 45, you'll probably remember those ViewMasters with stuff like the Looney Tunes and all sorts of cartoon characters in this little reel. This is the same thing except it's on your phone. And most kids today got phone. Unlike when I was a kid, they didn't. Now you got, you better not pick up that damn phone. You ain't paying the bills. Get out of here. Now kids they got headphones. They might want to use this, and they can have their digital ViewMaster. But of course, they call these virtual reality 3D headsets. And I actually like these. These are actually good. I looked at my internet art films on these, and they were wild and trippy. I'm telling you, there was something there that just kept me like, you know. And so, if you like those sort of things, you think your kids will like it, donate a one-time offer on my YouTube channel, no matter what it is, $5, $10, $3, I don't care, and give me a name and address, and I'll send you a 3D virtual reality headset, and you go beyond your own imagination with that. I promise you, with your kids, one or two, or both of you, I don't know. Uh, you know, go to my Patreon site, become a supporter. The Patreon is set up for artists like myself. I'm a nonprofit studio. I do this for strictly for the pleasure of creativity, but without support of some kind, my own and others, what I'm trying to create will not happen. Please go to Patreon account. The Patreon, Google it on your Google site, and then thus go to from there. Go log in, type in on there, and then go to the Patreon site, the main site, Google Patreon. From there, you go to their site, you type in RG Studios. It will take you straight there, and you can become a Patreon. You don't have to join for a long time. You can join for 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, whatever, and be a supporter of RG Studios. Now, what else I got here today? What's happening in cinema? My God. So much has happened in cinema with Warner Brothers Studios canceling Batgirl, which I think was about the smartest thing they could have done, personally. I never seen any of the footage of it. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I had secret spies and all that. I could tell by the way they were trying to pump this ideology or whatever the hell they want to call it. It wasn't going to work. First of all, I'm not a big fan of Michael Keaton's Batman. I thought he was too short for the role, but belongs to me. Bob Kane thought that's how Batman should look, short. And you look at his drawings back in the 1930s and 40s, Batman is a short dude. He's not like 6 foot tall with the O'Neill character that took over the artwork way back in the 1970s. Made Batman look like he was 6'2" or 6'4", long, tall, long cape. That gave him the dynamics of that time. That time is long since gone. But when Michael Keaton took the role, I was like totally like almost threw up. Michael Keaton? Why are you gonna make him Batman? I'm thinking they got the shortest dude in Hollywood to play Batman. You might as well get Tom Cruise. I started once I saw it, I actually did not mind it. It seemed okay. Now, with that said, I'm not a fan of Michael Keaton's Batman, so I'm not here to pump his being back as Batman at all. I could care less. Now, that's it. They should have canceled it, not because of Michael Keaton. It was the fact they was only using Michael Keaton's Batman to pump the ideology to have Batgirl take over. And I thought, that's shitty. I know a comic book right off the top of my head they could have made. There is one where Batman dies by this crook. I forgot who it was. But it was that Batman was on Earth too, which Michael Keaton could have portrayed this Batman. He was already of that age in his 60s, headed towards late 60s, early 70s. Batman had donned the cowl for one last time because Robin had grown up to be a grown man and became Nightwing. And he was not in play at this moment. He fought this crazy bipolar man, had electricity, might be something similar to Electro. But anyway, Batman went at him with that one time. He's reminded me what would have happened to Adam West if he'd have played the role one more time. Kill him off grand. And they're just going to do something like that. I can understand. But just to have Batgirl take over? Are you crazy? Yeah, Warren Brothers. Mr. Zaloff, whatever they call him, Zaloff, I may be slaughtering his name. He did the right thing. Counseled Batgirl, yes, that and the Scooby Dooby Doo that nobody wanted to see. Counseled that too. He's paying all this money for streaming. A lot of people kind of bent on these two movies. Why are they doing that? He's a businessman. He's a studio executive. He's looking down the road, not 1 or 2 years. He's got a 10, 15-year plan. Those movies do not hold that. And you're spending all that money on a streaming deal, and you ain't going to get any of it back because why? It's not ticket sales. So you got to do something creative. You have to. If you don't, well, you just lost $120 million, maybe more. For what? Nobody's doing. That's why Netflix is going down, spending all this money on content that to create content for themselves, and they end up spending more money. The artists are fine; they getting paid. Yeah, but yes, that's what's going on in cinema right now. I will be right back. I'm going to tune in, let you see some stuff that on my website. I'm gonna give you a shot at. Let's see how we can do this. We'll take a break here for a second. Let you look at this right here. Excellent. Good luck, General. What is this? Where did you come from? And then the others, what do they want? We want what you already Oh yeah, that's the Garden of Heathens, shape of events to come. Uh, now, uh, that's Garden of Heathens trailer that you can see on my YouTube. And the production is over. It's been about a year and a half working on that. That's number 51, Internet Art Film. I'm going to be taking me a long rest from making the 3 to 5 month Internet Art Films for a while. I'm looking at least 2, 3 years, perhaps even 4 years, not making nothing. Take me a long rest. I'll still be working with my web series stuff that's no more than 2 or 3 minutes per episode or something. The Hardliner, the internet web series, Twisted Worlds, uh, the Omega Man, and I'm thinking about doing another one. I will not speak of it too much right now, but something based off of the trilogy, The Garden of Heathens. I'm thinking about that. I'm developing some concepts. If I can find enough interesting story links to make 15 or 16 episodes of something that is based off of the Internet Art Film, uh, The Garden of Heathens, shape of the events to come. And for those who are just joining in, this is my fundraiser day for RG Studios. I have a Patreon account. Please go to Patreon. Type in RG Studios. Become a supporter. Donate $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, and be a supporter to this non-profit studio. I've just created my last film for a while, The Garden of Heathens, shape of events to come. Just seen a trailer of it. The trailer also is on my YouTube. I'm showing clips today. I'm talking about creative stuff. We're talking cinema. We're giving away stuff. And I'm giving away, once again, if you are a collector and you love comic books, I'm giving away this right here. If you become a supporter of RG Studios through the Patreon, I'm giving away this right here, Doom Patrol, number 113. It's at the Richter scale grade of 8.5. Very firm slab, very beautiful slab. I will take it out of its deal. Be the first to be a supporter from this today on the fundraiser day, and I will send this to you once you give me your name, and you become a supporter, give me your name and your address, and I will send this to you. It is a very beautiful slab, and it's very slim, very firm. You can have this without even making a bid on eBay. All you have to do is become a supporter through the Patreon account. Go to my Patreon. Be a supporter of RG Studios and tell me your name and an address, and I will send this to you. Priority. No question about it. I'm giving away stuff today. Be a Patreon to RG Studios. Support this non-profit studio. We just like to bring fun back into movie making. Speaking of fun, remember the days, those who are older enough, when you just went to the movie theaters to get away to, as they call it, escapism? I'm not saying my films are in those qualities and like, but I like to reminisce of the moments through my artwork and films. People just like to escape for a few seconds, a few minutes. I probably can't keep your attention for an hour and a half, but I think 45 minutes is enough. You know, and that's an escape moment. You go, oh man, that reminds me of so much stuff, and you just feel relieved, and you feel like you haven't wasted your time. There was lots of films, of course, I've seen back in the day. I would have won my money back, but now no one's paying anything for these films, so 45 minutes is basically is it worthy of your time frame? That's what I'm kind of getting at. Be a supporter to RG Studios. Go to my Patreon account. Type in on their sheet RG Studios through their search engine, and RG Studios will pop up. Be a supporter. Donate for a couple of months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, $10, $5, whatever. And I will send you free stuff. Give me your name and your address, and I will send you that Doom Patrol. If you say I want it, the first one now, there's only one here, so the first one that does that gives me an address, I'm sending it right to him. Now, if you don't like Doom Patrol, I got another one for you. While we're talking about that, Conan. If you're a Conan fan, on the Richter scale grade, this is a 9.0. Whoa. I got a Conan on the wall myself. It's not this one, of course, but I got one just like this in the safe. Now, this one here you can have, but this is a high grade. Mine is not this high. This is a high grade, beautiful slab. Become a supporter on my Patreon account. Tell me your name, address. Donate $5, $10. Be a Patreon for 1 or 2 months. Wham! This is coming straight to you. Sure will. If you want the Conan, say Conan. And this number is Conan number 45, just in case you need to know. And I will be promoting this for all I wanted to do this all day, so what's left of today, I'll be promoting this stuff we're giving away. And for those who go to a Patreon account and you really don't want very much, you can receive a Garden of Heathens DVD. Your kids will love it. You might even like it. You send me your name and your address, and these are collectibles in themselves. People here where I live, they want these all the time. They can't keep enough of them in the stores. I will send you one of these, and I got a stack of them over here. So it don't matter if you're last, first, what, I will send it to you as long as you give me an address and a name, and you'll get one. And you'll get some promotional stuff like this here with it too. Let you know that we thank you here at RG Studios for becoming a Patreon of the studio. So be a Patreon of RG Studios. We'll send you a brochure. And if you want a brochure sent to you every time we make one, this is number 9. Also put your name, and we'll email you a brochure like this one here. I'm showing you every time we make one. And you can keep up on what's going on at RG Studios. Doing a lot of stuff here, and see what else I got here. You look around. I don't know if I got it all. Oh yeah, I also say if you like virtual reality headsets and stuff of that nature. We got something for the kids. It's like a back in the day they would have called this a ViewMaster, but in this case they use your headphones. I'll send this to you. Your kids, I'm sure they probably got phones. Now back in the day we didn't have phones like that. Have your kids put that whatever they like. It don't have to be one of my movies. Whatever they like, they can watch it through a virtual reality headset. Your name and your number, be a Patreon donator. $1, $2. Oh, not Patreon. Listen, this is the YouTube. Go to YouTube and be the one-time donation. I don't care what it is. $1, $2, $3, and I'll send you this. That's because you tried. And I love that in you if you just try. You know. Because I got a YouTube account, and on top of the YouTube, there's a button there where you can just donate a one-time deal. If you want to be a patron, which means 30 days or longer, you can donate $10, $1, or whatever, and I'll send you the comic book stuff. If you tell me which one it is. Conan, 45, Doom Patrol, 113, either one. And they're both high on the Richter scale of the grade. If you're a collector, they are a must. It is worth it. You fight for the devil if you try to go to eBay and get them. I'm pulling them off. I'm not going to sell them on eBay. They strictly can only get them right here through the fundraiser day. And I'm going to try to do a fundraiser day every year, sometime in the summertime when I got time like today. I'm just enjoying the day, loving the summer. It's all good. And just having a ball at the studio. As you can see, I love collecting comic books up on the wall. I got, have people here, anybody seen, this is probably a stupid question, Civil War with Iron Man, Captain America. That one in the middle right up there, that's what that is. That's Civil War. That Civil War movie took that material right there and they made that Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. A lot of comic book collectors, some of them are not aware of that. They're thinking that stuff was just thought of blah in the 1980s. That's 1960s. Really, for real. They regurgitated that same stuff and made it in the modern era of comic books, which they made a series, Civil War. Now, I'm aware of them comic books. Don't think I'm not. But they didn't start right there. They started with that one right there. Iron Man and the Captain America having their first, and in that time, only battle, the Great America versus the Great Avenger. Yeah, it was good at that time. I mean, no one knew it was going to blow up into Civil War like they got it today. Who was out there that made a $200 million movie and made all that kind of money, you know? But now we're going to say what's happening in what's new at RG Studios. One of the things new here is going on at RG Studios right now is I'm taking a break for about 3 to 4 years on making internet art films. It takes me 3 to 5 months to make an internet art, 45-minute internet art film because I work. I'm taking a break. I made quite a bit, and I'm just going to be working only on my web series stuff, which is 3-5 minutes. The Omega Man, the Hardliner, and an up-and-coming new web series called Twisted Worlds. And each of these episodes are probably no more than 8 minutes or shorter. And they 2 or 3 scripts. Someone's, okay, I don't know what that is. We'll have to remove that. Look at it later. As I was saying, 2 or 3 pages usually is, for me, in the internet art film world, would be about the 3 to 5 minute screen time stuff. And this allows me to relax, enjoy my life a little bit, and not be, and I don't want to say this in a negative, creative way, but I won't be bogged down with any creative, because when you're creating internet art films, man, I love it, and don't you think I'm thinking different. That stuff can drain you, and that's what I want, of your creativity. It just, you just express a lot. So I'm slow on my roll a while for about 3 or 4 years, enjoy my life a little bit, and not make any long 45-minute internet art film. I know this is probably a surprise to some people, but don't worry. As I take a long break from filmmaking, long films, I will be storing up lots of energy to come back with some new, fresh material. I don't want to really just be doing sequels after sequels. I have no interest in sequels after sequels. It has to be really a conceptual story there for me to get. And I got some stuff on the table, but I'm letting it brew. And I tell you what, I'll tell you a little about one right now. I believe I got one internet art film feature in me. That's an hour and a half or hour and four. I say hour and 42-minute internet art film feature that I think would be good for distributing across the nation by a major studio. I got one in. I got a concept that I have wrote down. I'm letting it brew. I'm not going to divulge too much conceptual storyline on it. Uh, but um, if it does come to fruition, I will say this much: I'm going to involve a great deal of creative people outside of myself. It'll be the only time in my internet art film creation that I have went outside my bubble and realm and acquired different people. You know, one one in particular is a person that lives in L.A. Hollywood. Will be hopefully. I'm not saying they will. They don't know, but I'll be contacting them, and hopefully they'll get involved. And from there, I got a few other people I have contacted, spoke to, and they're in a tentative agreement of yes right now. We're all, including myself, are just waiting for a good script. Is what we're waiting on, and that has to come from me, of course. And then I'm not going to give too much more information. I will pass that along, and then we will begin something fresh and new. One internet art film feature, something a major studio will be interested in. Just one, I don't have two or three. I just have one, and we'll see what happens. That's one of those new things I'm brewing at the side. I wanted to throw that in here at the fundraiser day because we want to talk about something fun and great, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't got a whole lot, but I'm trying to make it worth my time. And that's one of the things that I got brewing. And I'm gonna be taking a rest, like I said, for about 3 to 4 years. Be enjoying my life, just sitting back. I will be still participating in my web feature stuff, web series, not feature, web series stuff. That won't take no more than probably an hour or two to do three to four pages or something. Bam, bam, quick, and sharpen my skills, and then go back to drinking my Kool-Aid or whatever I'm drinking. But that's what RG is doing. Um, I did show you the poster, which is right here on my chest here. Once again, the internet art film, The Garden of Heathens. One thing about that, I sent the first one out to um, Sundance Film Festival. They gave me a grade on it. I beat out a bunch of them. That year, it was over 6,000 participants sending in films. I came in at number 88. The Garden of Heathens, the first one now. Very intriguing film. I got back into filmmaking at that time. I had a 6-year hiatus because I was in jail. Plus, I had a dope habit that was out of this world. I had given up on my films completely while I was in my drug addiction at that time. As I come back to reality and realness, I found out what I truly loved. I began to start making films again, and that was the first one to come out. So, I've been wanting to make this movie since 1980, 88, 89, about a secret organization that knows something about the UFO phenomenon. Voila! The Garden of Heathens. And what better secret organization there is? The military. They know everything. So it grabbed people so much that it even grabbed a fellow named Justin Johnson who eventually we met and talked and created the film. Uh, can't think of my own film. That is okay. Um, what was that? What did I call that? Double digits. What is wrong with me? Must be the excitement and the, of this fundraiser day. I want to show you that first Garden of Heathens film. What I liked about it is the mysterious concepts of it. It was really something that kind of grappled with how my experiences with it for real and how people kind of try to wrap their minds around it. The film exudes that moment. So just bear with me here. We're going to pull this up. We're going to take a look at the first Garden of Heathens. These movies, tell you what, we're going to only watch the 13-minute version, which is the best parts anyway. And it gives you the best concepts of it. But it's a good clip. Like I said, today's clip, so I'm not going to show you a whole film. You have to go to the website. It's a good piece of clip here, 13-minute clip, and we'll let you see what's going on with that. This is the first film. This is a 13-minute clip of the Gardens of Heathens. Major Bargoon. It's 10 years ago. And I'll be back. Damn junk. Nobody ever seen any damn money. Always wanted some damn money. weather's going to be like today. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day. What in the hell is that? What is that? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Man, that's scary. With what? Crop dusting? William. William. There's more information on the crop. They've been giving us information. Really? Pete, Joe, give me the scoop. What's really going on? I mean, I wake up, have a cup of coffee, I look out the window, and there's a flying crash. A UFO. Well, William, the situation is serious. It's called a flying disc, not a UFO. The military has the name. The truth of the fact is, William, there's a 99% chance that we're already at war with this. Common layman has read it in some magazine somewhere. You can better believe we got the information correct somehow. What? You gotta be kidding me. William, anyone with the sense of a caged rat would know that something is going on. Activity is everywhere. It's getting busier by the day. Make no mistake about what I'm about to tell you. We are in the stage of completion. William, here is a program. Only known to a few. Some won't even believe this, even when they discover the truth. We, the human race, are part of this program. The earth is a garden. We humans are the seeds upon this garden. A garden. Seeds. There is an unfolding path going on, whether you know it or not. Professor Merle has a thesis that he's wrote called The Tower of Babel. Has more information on the flying disc than anyone I've met. You may want to see him to find out what others are afraid to find out. Okay, all right. That was a cut of the first film I made 10 years ago. The first chapter of the trilogy film, The Garden of Heathens, shape of Garden of Heathens. And let me see here. Let me get everything back where it's at so I can discuss this here. Took a little break. Every now and again, we'll show a clip of something interesting. I'll take a little break. This is the fundraiser day. What's left of the day, all day today. And what I just showed was the Garden of Heathens. Um, my first film, I sent it off to Sundance Film Festival. 6,000 participants, filmmakers, had partake that year. That was 2010. I beat out all of them and beat, not all of them, but a lot of them, and came in at number 80, I think it was 84. And I got a letter that told me that, despite that I was, a novice, so to speak, 'cause I've never sent nothing off to them. They did not know my history as far as filmmakers. I wasn't that great, don't get me wrong, but they allowed me to see that this film didn't have no type of color corrections and all the professional things that they normally look for in a movie. It did not have, and you beat out a whole lot of it. They told me don't feel bad. There's a bunch of them that was better than you. You somehow captured the imagination of the people who are watching this. And this film, like I said before in the beginning, before the clip itself, it captures the essence of mystery and this awe of something secret. Major Bargoon is the apparatus to keep this secret hidden. So when I came to the third chapter and final chapter, the shape of events to come, Garden of Events 3, shape of events to come. I wanted to put everything in perspective, answer all the questions, and resolve it all completely as far as I could with what I know. Now, in the first film, you really don't know the time when all of this is taking place. And in the second film, we get the essence that was before the first film time frame. In this third film, all the time frames will be aligned in a chronological order. Once you get done looking at it, you'll see where you're at the beginning of Bargoon's life, in the beginnings of the UFO phenomenon, to the end where he has become to know the hive and thus is being unfolded by them, and the dates and so forth will be placed. So you pretty much, a lot of the first film is the end of Bargoon's life mostly. He's a resilient caretaker for the military to keep everything hidden, to the point where he would resort to assassinations of individuals if necessary. So in the third film, Bargoon goes from starting in 1958, getting involved with the UFO phenomenon, all the way to the end of his life, 2029, and what happens to him then. And in the middle of that, you get stages of time frames, and it all resolves and ends this great mystery. And it also, at the same time, keeps you on the edge of your table. I have promised a review of the Garden of Heathens 3, Shape of Events to Come, which will be on my YouTube channel next week. I will give you a review right now. And of course, I try to be a little, what I call it, less, I try not to be biased when I do my review of my own work. But this is what I have wrote down, and I've given it its final conclusion. I give it a 5 stars out of 5. I think it's top. It technically tops the first definitely the second. The second being the weakest of the trilogy. It tops it all. Answers the question, brings up all the questions that were asked, thus answers them, and moves on to a resolution. This film, internet art film, opens with a great narrative, 1958. We're taken back. We stay, it says, we go back to the story of Bargoon, Major Bargoon, who is distant and indifferent about the UFO secret. He doesn't understand it quite as much as he do in his older age, and he's trying to figure out what is this, you know. Um, we are introduced to major characters, new characters in this internet art film, which will keep the story propelling and also answer the questions and bring up the questions. A group called the Jason Society, who basically represents society as we now know it and thus see. Okay. And we also have what we got. I think the creation is very in line with the continuity that I had set in the first and second. I think I've done a good production on this one. It took a year and a half. I think you'll, even though it's got a long spaces between production, it flows with great continuity. Yes. I'm gonna have to leave this. I don't want to give away too much. But the storyline here with the Garden of Heathens 3 is to make sure that all the questions and that pretty much gets answered. And the resolve of how we deal with the hive is brought to our attention. And really, it is kind of what's going on in the UFO dealing with the secret space program that America has now that's been brought up. Now we have a space force. We ain't even been past the moon, have we? So how the hell are we gonna have a space force? They're not telling you everything. But in the essence of this film, I'm telling you what I can tell you. You know, so that much I can. Let me see if I got anything on my. Okay, no, I don't have anything on there right now. Checking my live chats to see if I have anything on there. But yeah, the Garden of Heathens has been really fun to create. I've been wanting to make this story since late 1980s because of my dealings and with my own experiences plus what I've studied. All that's combined into the character of Major Bargoon. Some of the events that you see in the film are fictionalized in order to hold up these elements that I'm speaking about. So let's see where we at now. That's pretty good there. I gave that review, and I'll put the review online here pretty soon so you can read the whole complete review of the Garden of Eden. Okay. All right. Once again, if you love these films or you just love what I'm doing or some kind of like in a sense, please be a patron. Go to Patreon. Put it in there inside of their search engine, RG Studios. It'll come up on their website via Patreon. If you do it today and right now, I'll send you this comic book right here. I brought some more out. I'll send you this one right here. This is called Dracula, first appearance of Brother Voodoo in this magazine, of course. He was already in others, but first time him and Dracula got together for each other. Whatever. You can get that. And I believe this comic book is worth some money, if I ain't mistaken. And if you want to get your hands on it, Donate $5, $10, $3, whatever, for a few months. This right here will be yours. You send me a name and an address, and I'll get it right to you. Yes, I will. If you're not in that type of a bowl of the comic books, and you need something that's refreshing and Boy Scoutish, here's Adventure Comics with Superboy. What number is that? 263. And that other one was number 35, Tomb of Dracula. This is Adventure Comics number 263. I'll send you this. Go to Patreon. Be a Patreon supporter. Go there, put in the search engine. RG Studios. Donate $1, $2, $3, $5, $6. If you can even do 3 or 4 months, I'll send you this right here to you. Give me your name and your address today, and you can have this sent right to you. I got other stuff. You just rewind. I got Conan the Barbarian in the slab. I got the Doom Patrol in the slab. I got comic books to give away. If you want them, you don't want to fight for them on eBay, you can get them right here today. All right. I'm RG at RG Studio, and I'm relaxing, having fun, getting kind of sleepy. Just a slow rolling. I'm going to try to see if I can find another clip for you to look at. I like to do creative stuff. I've moved from my major studio that I was in for 15 years to the second studio down the street to this studio right here. And in the process, I've created lots of films. And I've had films where me and Mr. Eric are doing stuff, create stuff, the Western Rio Comanche. And I got some stuff there you might want to take a look at, a clip. If you want to see it, you hold on. We're going to get that to you. Guys, I am getting sleepy. We may be cutting this short. I'll show you another clip. Just hang in there with me, and I'm going to get you another clip to look at for a few minutes while I go get me something to shove down my throat. Some juice or something. Okay, here we go. When we're having fun creating stuff at the studio, that's what it's all about. Being creative, having fun. Check this out, people.
You got a good jump. You got a jump? Okay. We're not doing pirating right now. We're still stuck on the Wild West thing. Wild West. Okay. We're not doing pirating right now. We're still stuck on the Wild West thing. Wild West. Hey, maybe we can get the rights to you.
I have some technical difficulties here. See if we can start this over. Well, don't look like we're going to get that. It's BSing right now. Well, I appreciate you guys. Shut that off. It's done for this part of the fundraiser day. Okay. Again, fundraiser day at RG Studios. I'm relaxing and having fun in the studio. Ooh, and I'm getting sleepy because it's just relaxation time. I will not be making any of that art films for these 4 years. I will be doing internet web series stuff that's no more than 8 minutes here and there, episode there, stuff like that. I'm just going to be relaxing. RG's taking this, enjoying his life. And that's what I would love everybody to do. Enjoy your life. And speaking of that, I think your kids will enjoy something like this. We're giving this away not only here, but we're giving it away at the fundraiser that's coming up next week in person. We call that our PromoCon fundraiser. We did two of them so far, each of the last 2 years. We're giving away some of these right here. You can get your hands on this one right here without any coming. If you don't live in Wichita, of course, you can get it right here. Go to my YouTube site. There's a button. Donate some $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Give me a name and an address, and I'll send you one of these right here. Don't have. I got a stack of them right over here in the corner. Stack of them. So it doesn't matter. You ain't got to be first. You ain't got to be second. Hell, you can be last, and it don't even matter. I'll give you a virtual reality headset. Technically, these are like a upgraded ViewMaster. I remember the days back in the 70s when they had the Viewmasters of and all the Looney Tunes and Charlie Brown characters and stuff like that. You be in there, you go. That was our headsets, virtual reality headsets. This is the upgrade version. It's called virtual reality 3D headset. The kids will love it. We'll be showing these to children and adults next week. You can get your hands on one right now. Just give me a couple of dollars as a donation, a one-time donation, and we'll get it sent to you. No question about it. Let's see if I got anything else on here that I could keep you entertained for a few minutes. Forgive me. ORG is just tired and sleepy. But I'm at the studio. I can do what I want. I ain't got to be at work and do what I damn well want. Okay. All right. We'll talk about the, since we can't do any clips anymore, we'll talk about the creation of Midwest Hollywood. That's what this is. A friend of mine, Ellis is his name, lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Michigan, lives in Michigan. We have joined forces to create Midwest Hollywood, where people from technically around the nation will help do stuff for the Midwest Hollywood concept. We call it Midwest Hollywood. And he's done some work and stuff, and he's created some DVD work, videos, music. Let me show you some of his. Let me get this over here. Bear with me. Bear with me. We'll be giving away some of Mr. Ellis's stuff. This is his album work of some songs that he's created. The new one here. Well, you can't see the words, but it's called Space. I'll show you on the brochure. Looks like that right there. Space. That top one right here. Yep. That's what's right there. My hand across it. That's him in a black leather jacket. That's his DVD. We'll be giving away stuff like that at the fundraiser. Now, I'll tell you what. I can put this aside right here. Matter of fact, this will be something if you go to my Patreon account. You become a patron. This very one right here, which has some special stuff in the back, promotional item stuff in the back from RG Studios, has his music and a poster of him and his new album. I will give this to you. I will send it to you if you go to Patreon. Type in their search engine, RG Studios. Donate $5 for 1 month, and I will send you this right here to you from that. You get, I'm gonna send it right over. All things going out to the Patreon is over here in this little corner. I got Conan the Barbarian number 45. I got Doom Patrol 113. I got uh, Tomb of Dracula number 30. I think that's 35. Let me make sure. 35. And then I got Adventure Comics number 263. All of this you can get with some type of donation to Patreon account. Go to Patreon. Put in their search engine, RG Studios. Then, thus, be a supporter of the RG Studio nonprofit internet art film studio. $5, $10. Hell, if you can afford it for a couple of months, $20. And I'll send you one of those items. And I tell you what, the special moment right now. If you go there right now and you tell me you want 2 or 3 of these items, and you know what they are, I'll send them to you. But you got to do it now. You got to go there now. I'm RG. I'm having fun at the studio with this fundraiser day. And I see it's taxing. I didn't know that it could be taxing like this. It's different. I like it. It's exciting, and it's taxing. You know, I wish I could show you some more clips because I'm real creative, or I should say, we are real creative at RG Studios. We like showing creative stuff, doing creative things. That's what kind of got me and Justin Johnson collaborating on stuff. He's collaborated with me on 2 films. The stuntman, Darren Bailey, who works in Hollywood on Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, came here twice to do stuff with me and my films. I got his stuff on my YouTube right now. One of them is called Ace Thunder Ace, Blister Ball. Go check that out right now. Both of them were involved in that production. Great production. If you like internet art films, your kids like internet art films, remember, it don't take a whole lot of money. All it takes is a little bit. And that's why I want you to become a donator, a supporter of RG Studios Internet Art Films. Go to Patreon. Put RG Studios in their search engine. Be a supporter. $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20. And just be there for a couple of months. It'd be great. And we could do a lot with that stuff. There's a whole lot of creative stuff we've been doing. I'm creating things like I buy posters and stuff like this here, pamphlets. I put them together. This stuff here, I'm not barking, but it ain't free. You see what I'm saying? I have to pay someone else to do it. I can't do it. You don't want to get nothing I draw put down there. But I do the design work on it, and it's put together, then it's sent to me, and I'll get so many copies printed and stuff like that. But I mean, this stuff looks neat. Kids like it, and they see it, and it makes their day. Nothing like being a kid and you have fond memories. I have very fond memories of my childhood. I love them. That's why I do stuff like this. See that thing that's right there? I know it probably scares some kids, but that thing right there, fond memories of something in my past. I can't quite attach what it was, but it's there. It inspired me to have that mask put in the movie, and that was an internet art film called War at Red Rock. My brother Easy was in that. War at Red Rock. If you haven't seen that, you need to go there and check that out. It is a fantastic internet art film full of action, robots, all sorts of stuff. The storyline is wild and crazy. We contemplated making a couple of sequels and making it a internet art film franchise. I might still do that. You never know. When I come back off my hiatus of 4 years, we may just do that. It's always great things happening at RG Studios. Now, go to the Patreon account. Be a supporter. Donate $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 for a couple of months. Put in their search engine, RG Studios, and become a supporter of RG Studios Internet Art Films. If you Go today. You can have one of these items or two. Hell, I'll say even three. But you got to donate something. You got to donate something. If you don't donate anything and don't give me a name or address, you can't get them. Somebody's going to want these items. And I suggest you do it within the next couple of days. Because somebody's going to look at this and, man, they're going to come at them. I'll go as far as if you put in a nice donation, I'll give them all to you. A nice donation. I'm going to let you decide what that nice donation can be. But it's got to be at the RG Studios Patreon account. You got to do that. You got to be a supporter, not the YouTube channel. YouTube channel, I take direct donations there for this right here. You can have that sent to you. Remember, I need your name and a place to send it. I'm RG. I'm going to try to find you something else to entertain you for a few minutes. I got to rest my voice, kind of losing it. See if I can dredge something for you to look at. This is my first time doing a fundraiser like this. But it's fun. I like it. We'll have some new stuff next time. Maybe some dancing girls and all that sort of thing. You never know. Of course, I'm just kidding. That probably costs too much. But it is exciting. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? Let's see what we can do here. Let's look at some Omega Man. This is one of my web series, The Omega Man. I'm going to pull this out here and episode number 11. It's on number 16, so we're going back a couple of notches. We're going to check out Omega Man here at RG Studios. Ooh. According to the Grim Reaper, everything we've been witnessing is an effect of human trafficking. These fast-tracking drugs and pharmaceuticals racing to create vaccines, fast-tracking through companies that are filing methods of patents using repurposed drugs. They can use guinea pigs, trials, and errors. Okay, what we got going here? Okay, let's see if we can get that going. Sorry about the technical difficulties, people. Gotta bear with me. It's a fundraiser day. Just having fun at RG Studios watching the Omega Man, episode 11. According to the Grim Reaper, everything we've been witnessing is an effect of human trafficking. These fast-tracking drugs and pharmaceuticals racing to create vaccines, fast-tracking through companies that are filing methods of patents using repurposed drugs. They can use the guinea pig eggs for trials and errors, moving them through untraditional research. Crimes against humanity. So you want the truth? Put in this hole here. And look at the fire. And Chris, do you anticipate that Algernon will be able to learning so much and about the potential of
Are you trying to get brain cells to regenerate? What is the ultimate goal here? Evidence of that was the Oregon vote. Remember, when Oregon voted to. What is wrong with these people? They have fallen away all their humanity. DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, a simple compound found throughout nature which has profound effects on human consciousness. They're using us! We're nothing but guinea pigs! Guinea pigs for their own experiments! God. And that's what my web series, The Omega Man, looks like. If you've never seen any of it, you need to take time and check them out. They're interesting. My brother gets mad because he says, "Oh, they're not long enough." They're not meant to be that long. They're meant to grab your imagination for a few seconds, and then thus, wait, there we go. We are in the state of the Omega Man. Now, okay, if you just joined, this is a fundraiser all day. I'm here to promote and to try to get supporters to my Patreon account. I have a lot of stuff I got listed down. I want to talk about, chit chat, whatever clips I want to show, talk creative, talk film, cinema, etc. And give away things while we're on here. Go to Patreon, put in there a search engine, RG Studios, and then thus be a patron. Give us some money for every month, once a month. $5, $10, whatever. Be a Patreon. I'm giving away stuff. If you don't know what they are, I'll tell you. I'm giving away some comic books. Some are graded, some are not. You can have one or all of them if you go in and make a nice donation to and be a Patreon for a while. I'm RG. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody coming to this. I'm going to close her down for the day. I'm getting sleepy, and it's been fun. So you guys enjoy yourself, love yourself, be good to yourself, and relax. Once again, I will be taking a long 4-year break from internet art filmmaking and to enjoy life. I will only be working on my web series stuff, which you just saw one, The Omega Man. These things are only 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 8 minutes at the most. I like doing them because it's like doing short thought links, story link type movies, real quick. Bam, bam, bam. And, I can go back and rest and relax real quick. Don't spend a lot. A lot of times I do the great internet art films or 45-minute runs, take me 3 to 5 months. It can tear through my creativity. And for the years that I've been working so hard, it has torn through me. I'm trying to regenerate and not put out so much work and just relax. I think I might show you one more Omega Man to close out this fundraiser day. Number 16. We'll be working on number 17 here pretty soon. So you need to look at this right here. So I'm going to show you this and we're going to close out. So just bear with me. We're going to put this on here right now. Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can get it.
Some would just give up hope, but not me. We are faced with decisions and choices and possibly answers we don't even have. Something's not right. We are being attacked on all sides, all fronts. But our eyes are open now. We're heading to a devilish countdown that I can tell. Our world line is being treaded upon. Something is different, and something is not right. Oh, friend, what brings us together? Or to be nothing. I see you're prepared for war or something. You don't know. The world is going through some troubles right now. You know, there's an old saying, friend. Everything possible that could happen has already happened somewhere. A concept is hard for others to imagine. And I could consider that an answer, but something is deeply missing. Who are you? Hey, I'm called Jordan, a scientist. You know, the universe could end right now, and there still wouldn't be any paradox problems that would threaten our existence. Where's that coming from? Omega Man, allow me to give you something. I've seen myself twice on two world lines. The first was in a training mission, and the second is now.
Okay. That was the Omega Man, episode 16. I'm RG. Appreciate you if you came in and listened to me today. And Babylon, please remember, go to Patreon. Put in their search engine, RG Studios. Become a Patreon supporter. Supporters are $1 or $2 a month. I'm giving away stuff, comic books, virtual reality headsets. We'll see you later.